Continuing, thank you to the distinguished sponsor for accommodating us. But before I ask my questions, let me please allow me to make a manifestation.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
At the outset, Mr. President, at the outset, let me be clear about one thing. No? When I and my staff scrutinize the budget of the DPWH and raise issues on the appropriations and utilization of funds by the agency, we do so without the slightest hint of casting doubt on the integrity of Secretary Villar and any of his undersecretaries. In fact, if we found any proof or evidence that the Secretary and any officials had gotten involved directly or indirectly with any corrupt activities in the department, I would not hesitate to say so, even in their faces. In actual fact, Mr. President, as I speak, we haven't heard, even from the rumor mill, that Secretary Villar has dipped his fingers into any of the shenanigans that some sectors say are almost of public knowledge in the agency. Having said that, Mr. President, I'd like to state for the record that I agree with President Duterte, albeit not completely, that Secretary Villar is not corrupt. Not because he is rich, but because he is not corrupt, period. Last week, Mr. President, during the plenary deliberations of the general principles of the 2021 national budget, I raised some issues on multipurpose buildings, both VILP and LIP categories, in the amount of 68 billion pesos, some of which appear to be skeleton projects. With all that said, Mr. President, LBRMO furnished my office a copy of a memo from the Regional Director of DPWH Region 1 to the DPWH Secretary with an attached letter from the President of Don Mariano Marcos State University clarifying an issue that I raised involving a multipurpose building project inside the compound of the said State University. My staff is now verifying to validate the explanation of the university president. Quite interestingly, Mr. President, I also received a letter from Bacnotan Mayor Francisco Angelito Fontanilla clarifying the issue involving the said multipurpose building project, pointing to another project in Barangay Poblacion, Bacnotan, La Union. When I confronted the team that went to the area, they showed me a video interview that they did last October 23, 2020. Kindly play that video interview. Wala. Na internet. Anyway, that interview, Mr. President, became the basis of our presentation during the plenary interpellations last week. We'll just go back to that video footage, Mr. President. No, not that. No, internet. Now, anyway, we'll just go back to the. There you go. Somebody call Colonel Senator Honasan.
Na-demote ho si Secretary.
Anyway, we'll go to other issues.
No problem, Your Honor. No problem.
Okay. Just go back to.
May I just say that I, just like the gentleman from Cavite, our distinguished Vice Chair, Your Honor, I have also not heard any derogatory rumors or innuendo about our good secretary, Your Honor. I'd like to join him in those remarks, Your Honor.
Now, moving on, Mr. President, I would like to raise other issues on the budget of the DPWH. Yeah, initially, wala pa rin. Yes. Anyway, I'd like to state that that project costing 35 billion pesos in total. 2019, 10 million, another 5 million in 2020, and then two items in the amount of 10 million each, for a total of 35. That multipurpose facility had been completed in 2016, Mr. President. Ano ba yan? Magulo.
Your Honor, are we talking about the Bacnotan project, Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. President. Anyway, my issue here, Mr. President, is that Mayor Pantanilla, and we checked this with the GA in 2014, this was already funded in 2014 in the amount of 4 million pesos. And the multipurpose facility had been completed in 2016. So I would like to ask, if there is sound economic sense in tearing it down, then appropriate funds in 2019 and 2020 or after a period of only 3 years and continue to appropriate 20 million pesos more in 2021. Even granting that it might be so, following the budget philosophy of reset, rebound, recover under the 2021 national budget, wouldn't it be prudent and wise to set aside, at least for 1 year, the implementation of non-priority projects such as the MPBs? In fact, during a meeting in Malacanang last night, no less than President Duterte urged Congress to set aside funds for the LGUs, especially those devastated by the recent typhoons. Now, as I will show you the list of huge appropriations per district, both under the NEP and the GAB, we can come to the conclusion that even if we excise the 68 billion pesos from the allocations of the districts, it may appear to be just a drop in the bucket as far as individual district allocations are concerned.
Right.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, all I can say is, be to yourselves. Those of us who may have individual insertions, if you would look like barangay kagawads compared to our House counterparts. You see, from a high of 15.351 billion to a low of 620 million pesos. In fact, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, yung number 1 to, I think, 220 districts, mahigit 1 billion pesos. The remaining 100 or so, or less than 100, ang lowest yan, 620 million pesos. I chose not to place the names of the districts nor the names of the district representatives because I want to focus on the issue at hand, Mr. President, instead of the personalities involved. If I may add, Mr. President, there's a list of 739 line items for multipurpose buildings with a uniform allocation of 1 million pesos each. If a 2 million project could only come up with a skeletal structure, can you imagine how a multipurpose building with 1 million allocation would look? Ang total po lahat nito, 474 billion 804,707,000 pesos. Yan po yung mga allocations per district, Mr. President. I remember, Mr. President, when I think this was 2 administrations ago, pag nakarinig tayo ng 500 million pesos, isang district, gulat na tayo, Mr. President. Now we're looking at billions. Sabi ko nga, from 1 to 220 districts, more than 1 billion pesos. And our source here is the House of Representatives itself. And according to our source or sources, they had a hand in the preparation of this list. So I'm not blaming the department when it appears this way, Mr. President. Because practically, mga congressmen po ang may gawa ng listahan na ito. Remember, when we questioned the 396 billion pesos in lump sum appropriations, they came up with an addendum. But the addendum even exceeded the 396 billion pesos. Umabot po siya ng 474 billion. Now, moving on to another issue, Mr. President. This involves double appropriations and overlapping ng mga projects. First, and I'd like to get an explanation from the agency, from the department. Please. Are you done? Mabagal. Sige, please continue. Please continue. Magulo. Okay. Under the 2021 GAB, page 200, there's an appropriation of 1,709,980,000 pesos for an item described as Davao City Coastal Bypass Road, Bago Aplaya, Playa Times Beach, Roas Avenue, Davao City. There's another appropriation on page 1041 of the GAB, 4,449,447,000, Davao City Coastal Bypass Road, Bago Aplaya Times Beach, Roas Avenue, Davao City. We'd like to get an explanation because this appears to be a double appropriation, only one item. There is no sectioning. The description of the item or the items is the same. It appears that it's only one project. Mr. Chairman, Mr. President. If we add 1.7 and 4.449, the total amount of duplicated projects would be 6,169,427,000 pesos.
Your Honor, the Secretary mentioned that these are all just different sections of the same project, Your Honor.
And we'd like to be informed of the sectioning, Mr. President.
Okay.
Because if there are two sections involved, then we should see the sectioning because there's no sectioning. The items as described, parehong-pareho.
Yes, Your Honor. I agree with you. Yes, Your Honor, the Secretary pledges
Now,
to...
I was informed by my staff na yung, I think the 4.449 sa NEP ito. And then under the GAB, lumabas yung 1.7 or the other way around. I think 1.709, yun yung nasa NEP addendum, no? If I'm not mistaken. And the 4,449,000,000 sa GAB naman yan. So, magkaibang package po ito, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah. Well, again, we repeat, they will do some sectioning.
Yes.
But sabi nila ho, yung 4 billion, yun ay na FLR, kaya they had to reappropriate it for 2021. Pero yung 1.7, that is a new appropriation, Your Honor. It is not contained in the 2020 GAA.
Yeah, but as I mentioned earlier, yung isa nasa NEP, yung isa nasa GAB.
Opo.
Magkahiwalay na
Opo.
item.
Dinagdagan ho nila
Anyway,
balik.
we'll just await the submission of the
Yes.
explanation or the details of these two projects, Mr. President.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Yeah, the next item or items yung sa Baguio City, no? Major main or money to Cannon Road, Bypass Road, Baguio City, 50,000 pesos, 50 million pesos, and another one in the amount of 3 million pesos. Again, we'll just await the explanation.
Yes, they will comply, Your Honor. They will put sectioning.
Thank you,
on
Mr.
that,
President.
Thank you.
And
Thank
then
you.
the third one, Igig Bypass Road Cagayan, very general. Igig Bypass Road Cagayan, one in the amount of 1,910,000, another in the amount of 50 million pesos. Again, we'll just wait for the
Yes, Your Honor.
For
We
the
will.
detailed
The
explanation.
Secretary pledges to provide sectioning for that, Your Honor.
Balagtas Flyover, Batangas City. One item, 81,330,000. Another item, or the same item, Balagtas Flyover, Batangas City, 85 million. So same requirement, Mr. President.
Yes, Your Honor. We will include. Maybe we can make an omnibus
Yes.
motion or request to the Secretary to place the sectioning as mentioned by the good Chairman of the Committee on National Defense, Your Honor.
Thank you. Another one, construction of multipurpose building including site development, Barangay Kamay East, Rosales, Pangasinan, 127, ang mahal nito 127,500,000 pesos. The same item as described, construction of multipurpose building including site development, Barangay Kamay East, Rosales, Pangasinan, 50 million pesos for a total of 177,500,000 pesos.
Yes, again, they will provide the
Thank you,
sectioning,
Mr.
Your Honor.
President. Next item, construction of Convention Center, Osamis City, Misamis Occidental. One item, 62 million pesos. The same item as described, 112,377,000 pesos for a total of 174,377,000 pesos, Mr. President.
Yes, Your Honor. Again,
Same-
they will
same
provide,
request.
Your Honor.
Now, overlapping. Ito, we need an outright explanation kung pwede. Surigao del Sur, boundary, Davao Drive, Davao Oriental Coastal Road, kilometer 1635 plus 165 to kilometer 1635 plus 210. So 45 meters ito. Ang amount nito is 12,100,000 pesos. Then nag-overlap ito because yung isang item, the same kilometer 1635 plus 167 to kilometer 1635 plus 247. So nag-overlap, but the interesting thing here is yung 12,100,000 pesos, 45 meters yon. If we deduct 165 from 210 sa kilometer reading, kilometer post reading, that's only 45 meters. Mas mahal pa yung 45 meters sa 80 meters because yung 80 meters, 1 million pesos. While the 45-meter stretch of road, 12,100,000. Paano kaya yon, Mr. President? Mas mahaba yung 1 million kaysa sa 12 million.
They're saying it's not the whole portion, it's probably just a portion of that section, Your Honor.
But the description is that's the sectioning, Mr. President. No, it's very clear in those two items na yung kilometer post 1635 from 167 to 247. So
Yung 1 million daw ho, bahagi ho yun na isang item na FLR. So nagawa na yung portion, yan yata yung portion na i-complete ho siya.
mahirap maliwanagan yung paliwanag.
sorry, Your Honor. Sorry, Your Honor.
Madaling araw na, so madali na natin ito.
They are saying, Your Honor, that the 1 million is the completion of an item that was subjected to for later release, Your Honor.
Yes,
So
anyway.
there was a 2020 release for that, most likely, and then that is to complete the that section, Your Honor.
Okay. Another overlapping, Paco Rojas, Arakan Valley Junction, Davao to Bukidnon Road. Oh, Bukidnon. 50 million pesos.
That's the road to the majority leader's house, Your Honor. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking, Your Honor. I'm just joking.
For the record, Mr.
Just
President,
joking, Your Honor. I'm just
my
joking.
road, our 3 kilometers from the highway is rough road.
I'm just joking, Your Honor.
Imagine 32 years in public service, we never concreted our.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the truth.
Just trying to keep things light at this
Not my
late stage,
project.
Your Honor. With
So-
apologies to our colleagues, Your Honor.
Sige, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, the same request, a detailed explanation
Yes,
para maliwanagan tayo.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay, next issue para mapabilis. Under the 2021 NEP, meron ito sa special provision under the 2020 GAA, rules on modification in the allotment. Ang sinasabi rito, as a general rule, departments, bureaus, and offices of the national government, including constitutional offices enjoying fiscal autonomy and SUCs, shall spend what is programmed in their respective appropriations in this act. In exceptional circumstances, agencies may modify the allotment issued within an activity or project, subject to approval of the following ensued by the timely submission of reports by all officers concerned. A, the heads of agencies for the following: change in the details of an activity or project without changing its nature and within the same operating unit, and change in the object of expenditure, traveling expenses, etc., etc. Now, Mr. President, I think that this is on account of poor planning. There are planning issues here, Mr. President, because may significant decrease in physical targets, as I will show later, 70 to 80% decrease. Now, this is one item. Yan. Asphalt overlay along Olongapo to Bugalyon Road, 75,100,000 pesos. Doon sa modification, nagpalit ng cost, yung significant decrease in physical targets from 39.116 lane kilometer or kilometers to 7.98 lane kilometers. So may difference yung 31.136 lane kilometer, may reduction. So almost 80% reduction. Yung unit cost from 1.9 million in 2020 GAA to 7.57 million as modified. So there's a 398% increase. Now, question, in your justification for the modification of this project, you mentioned that unit cost is low while physical targets are high based on the GAA because exceptions are not considered. No, what do you mean by exceptions, Mr. President?
Honor, the Secretary was explaining that when they do the indicative budgeting, it is just an indicative cost. But when they actually proceed with the detailed engineering, then other factors come into play, like the condition of the soil, the distance from the quarrying. That these all affect the project cost, Your Honor. So this explains why a kilometer concreting could differ in cost between Metro Manila, between the Cordillera, between Mindanao, Your Honor, if we compare. So that is what the Secretary is saying, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, but a unit cost increase of 298% sa modification and physical target reduction of 79%. Mukhang napakalaki naman yata, Mr. President. Ang issue rito, Mr. President, is that kung tama lang yung planning sa baba, it won't delay the project because it needs a further verification and approval by the head of the agency. So kung tama yung planning ng district engineer, medyo accurate, dapat nasimulan na ito. Kasi July dapat ito eh. And it's now, November, no? Almost end of the year. So sayang yung delay. Pati yung project na di-delay. And ang laki na nabawas doon sa lane kilometer as indicated. No? Imagine, as planned, 39 lane kilometers. Ano? Pero nung na-modify, natira na lang 7.98. Ang laki ng discrepancy. Kung mga soil issue o kaya other issues, hindi siguro aabot ng ganyan kalaki yung modification. Ito, walang stop protection dito.
Your Honor, the Secretary is saying this seems to be more of an unusual case, but because this demonstrates a big disparity. But there are some cases where once they actually do the project, they discover things like it needs slope protection, and that would drive up the cost of the project, Your Honor. But they need the regional directors to sign off on the reasonableness of the cost adjustment, Your Honor.
We understand that, Mr. President. In fact, I already read the special provision regarding this matter. But since you said that this is an unusual case, there are 10 of this kind, Mr. President. And this does not involve slope protection because the next item that I will show involves precisely slope protection. Ito yung construction of road slope protection structure in Pili, Tigawon, Albay Boundary Road. 125 million pesos. Yung physical target decreased by 76.76%, while the unit cost increased by 330%. No? As you can see in this slide, this is under the 2020 GAA. No? Yung slope protection niya, ang unit cost niya per square meter is 5,530 pesos and 47 centavos. As modified, biglang lumaki siya ng 23,801. Now, my question is, what is the standard cost per square meter sa slope protection? Yeah, nagbabari po yan, Mr. President. But somehow, meron niyang range.
There are different types of slope protection, Your Honor. They are saying there's rockfall protection, gabions, concrete revetment,
Yeah, grout, concrete,
till sheet piling, Your Honor.
may grout pa. Grout class A. Yeah, grout
Grout
and
and riprap, Your Honor.
Okay.
So this
So, but between 5,500 pesos and 23,000 pesos, don't you think it's too much of a range? Pareho lang yung items. How do you measure slope protection pala? Square meter or cubic meter? Square meter.
square meter, Your Honor. Square meter.
Paano yung depth nun? How do you measure that?
It's more of coverage of an area according to the.
Kasi I have here actually to, Mr. President, ano? Nakuha ko, nalip ko ito sa sa website ng Public Works, Zamboanga City. Nakalagay ito, Part G, Drainage and Slope Protection, 505, close parenthesis 5, Grouted Riprap Class A. Ang unit measurement niya is cubic meter. 16% of total, 16.149 cubic meters. Tapos quantity, 2,468. Ang cost niya, unit cost is 5,094. Pag rubble concrete, it's lower, 3,697. So, masyadong malaki po yung, ito yung sa atlas ninyo, no? Kinuha rin namin. Yung DPWH Atlas 2019. Ito yung latest na nakuha namin. Ito yung unit cost. 5,200. But 23,000 as modified from 5,000 to 23,000 mukhang
Your Honor, it would also depend, according to the DPWH, on the types of materials used, Your Honor. Then, if you look at the project, you would see, based on the materials used, why the cost is such, Your Honor.
sige Mr. President, madaling araw na. Okay na rin. Ang next issue, Mr. President, I'm going to fast track this, yung ROW payments. Kasi we've been questioning this since 2017, 2018, na hindi po pwede yung road construction, rehabilitation, including ROW. And we'd like to thank the DPWH na inalis na nila yon because sa ROW law, meron ditong batas yung RA 10752 na sinasabi doon, dapat ayusin muna natin yung right-of-way issues before we start construction. Otherwise, we'll run into some obstacles, because if we do it simultaneously, definitely, or chances are, madidelay yung construction ng road because nakaharang yung mga homeowners, or property owners, yung matatraverse ng road construction. So we notice now sa 2020 GAA, the allocation for right-of-way under support operations, 11.455 billion. Now, can you tell us how much is your total right-of-way appropriations for 2020? Both under support operations and operations. Okay, mamadaliin ko na. Wala na maraming pasikot-sikot.
For 2021, ang tanong.
For 2020, 11.455
That's right, that's
billion.
correct, Your Honor.
Pero napansin namin, meron na mga naka-embed doon sa mga ibang projects na right-of-way. In spite of 11.455 billion na naka-separate, for right-of-way, meron pang embedded do sa mga road construction na right-of-way. So magkano talaga yung total sa 2020? Ganito lang, Mr. President. Through you, can we just communicate directly with the DPWH and so they can just submit the report on
Yes, Your
this?
Honor. I will just ask them to
Yung
submit.
right of way. Kasi napansin lang namin, meron naka-embed na sa project eh.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's on top of the separate 11.455. And in 2021, they're asking for 22 billion. And I understand the committee deducted something like 4, no? Mga 4 billion eh.
Thereabouts, Your Honor.
And
Thereabouts.
I cannot, I will agree with you na masyado malaki yung 22 billion kasi meron pa sila naka-embed pa
Within projects.
within
specific
projects. And we'd like to get details of those projects with embedded right-of-way cost.
Yes, Your Honor. We will inquire. They say the department is telling us that the cost will vary from project to project because some is just the removal of a tree, some
Yeah,
right-of-way
we know that,
costs
Mr. President.
involves acquisition of housing, etc. So it would vary from, but they will provide, Your Honor.
Yes, ganun lang para mabilis. So,
Yes, Your Honor.
tama na ako dun.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Your
We'll
Honor.
just communicate through you
Yes, Your Honor.
and
Yeah.
we'd like to get the response. I would just like to reiterate yung issue ng multipurpose buildings, yung
Yes,
6
Your Honor.
billion. Because last night, during a conference in Malacanang, Secretary Anyo shared with the President our plenary discussion.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he reported that the senators are willing to help the LGUs devastated by the 3 typhoons to get back on their feet by setting aside some funds for their rehabilitation and reconstruction, including construction of evacuation centers. Ayan, kung pwede nang i-reply lang, just
Sa amin,
for
Senate
information.
pinag-hearing ay mayroon po magandang pangako po yung ating mga senador, panguna ni Senator Acton na makapagdagdag ng pondo para po makapagtayo at ma-repair yung mga evacuation center na sira ng typhoon Ulysses.
Itong Secretary Lawrence na mention about the repair of evacuation centers. Yan nga ang sanang tugunan ng Congress.
That's it, Mr. President.
Yes, Your Honor.
The President himself telling Secretary Anyo because he just came from here, no? When he reported to the
I
President.
see, I see.
And he reported because remember, I was proposing to add a 3rd item under Algo
Yes, Your
LGSF.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I just hope at the proper time when we submit our recommendation or our proposed amendments, our colleagues will consider. Mr.
Yes, Your Honor.
President.
Yes, Your Honor.
And,
We will work with Your Honor.
Sabi ko nga kanina, yung
that.
68 billion, considering the amounts that you saw earlier, trickle in the bucket. Pag
Yes,
inalis natin yung 68, as a matter of fact, yung 739 items na tigwa 1 million multipurpose, that's 739 multipurpose buildings with a uniform appropriation of 1 million each. Eh kung 2 million at wala namang pwede sabing anomalya dahil talagang post sila nakatayo, can you imagine
What 1 million will
what
buy?
1 million pesos worth of concrete post will
Yes.
kalahati lang ng concrete post.
Your Honor, I remember the DPWH a few years ago had a policy not to accept projects below 2
Yun
or
nga, Mr.
2.5
President.
million, Your Honor. So
I just hope we can help the LGUs na tinamaan ng 3 bagyo. So
yes, Your
again,
Honor. We reiterate our commitment to work with you towards that end, Your Honor.
thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much to our Vice Chair, the gentleman from Cavite, for abbreviating. I know he has many more questions, but I think he's being considerate given the lateness of the hour. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
At saka may CA pa kami bukas ng 10 o'clock, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Yeah, thank you, Senator Lacson, gentleman from Cavite, Majority Leader.